Good day, everyone. You're welcome for today's maths class. Today, we are going to be talking about the solution of simultaneous linear equations using simple math tricks. Basically, we have two methods we use in solving simultaneous equation. The first one is the substitution method, and the second one is the elimination method. However, many students find it very difficult to use some of these methods. And during examination time, it is always advisable that students use some form of tricks that will guide them and also get the answer quickly and immediately. So we're going to look at a very simple math trick in solving simultaneous equation. But first things first, what is a simultaneous equation? A simultaneous equation is a set of two linear equations given, and you are expected to solve those equations at the same time. And the linear equation is usually one in which the variables there, we can see that the equations we have on the board there, both the first one and the second one, the variables x and y have the power 1. By now, you should have been aware that any variable whose power is not shown, the power is always 1. And the power of a variable is usually at the top of that variable. So we are going to solve this equation using a simple math trick. And I generated a simple formula for my students on how to solve a simultaneous equation using a trick. The first variable that is quoted or you see here is the one you are going to find first. So we always start off by saying x is equal to, I have an abridged formula which I called right minus left all over left minus right. It may sound very ridiculous, but then you're going to see how this is going to be applied in solving this simultaneous equation. What do I mean by right minus left? Usually, when you're about to solve this kind of equation, the right we mean is the constant here, your right hand diagonal. And then remember that the coefficient of y here is 1. So we are going to multiply this. This becomes the right for the denominator. So I'm going to have here 9 times plus 1. And then this is your minus. You open a bracket, because this minus is a powerful sign. It's going to affect everything you're going to put in this bracket. And then your left, the left-hand side, if you place your arm like this, as if you're forming a diagonal, we are going to have something like this. Plus 1 times 17. So look at that. I have gotten my numerator. Now, you shift to this other section, and then for the denominator, you are going to now do left, the coefficients of those variables here, 2 and plus 1. So I'm going to have 2 times plus 1 minus your right diagonal as well. We're going to have plus 1 times 4. You can quickly work this out. 9 times plus 1 is 9. Then you have your minus. 1 times 17 is 17. All over 2 times 1 is 2. Minus 1 times 4 is 4. If you work this out, you will see that 9 minus 17 will give you minus 8 all over minus 2. So the value of x here is 4. So we have found the first variable, which is x. Now to find y, we're going to flip their positions. Y now will start first, yx will come second. So let's go over to the other side. So I'm going to have 1y plus 4x is equal to 17. And then I have 1y plus 2x is equal to 9. Now the same approach we applied here, we're also going to apply it for y. So I'm going to put that formula, y is equal to right minus left all over your left minus right. Now you go back again towards the right and pick the constant and the coefficient of x, which is going to be plus 4 times 9 minus, remember to always open a bracket because this minus is going to affect everything that will come afterwards. So we now have this right, we are going to have plus 2 times 17 all over, you shift a little bit to your left and then take your left now, the coefficients. Make sure whenever you're picking the coefficient of a variable, you always pick it with a sign. So we're going to have 1 times plus 4 minus your right diagonal, which is going to be plus 2 times 1. You can work this out. This is simple multiplication. So we have plus 9 times 9, plus 4 times 9 is 36, minus 2 times 17 is 34, all over 1 times 4 is 4, minus 2. 36 minus 34 is 2, all over 4 minus 2 is 2, and 2 will cancel 2 to give you 1. So we have solved for the second variable. So we can write that x is equal to 4 and y is equal to 1. To check if you are correct, you can put in the values of x and y into any of these equations. So let's see. Let's put it into equation 1 and see if this will give us 17. So I have 4x plus 1y is equal to 17. Let's place x for 4 and then place y for 1. 4 times 4 is 16, and 1 times 1 is 1, so it's giving us 17, which means these answers are correct. Join us on all our platforms. We are on our Facebook page. We also have a YouTube page as well. Join us on all platforms to watch millions of videos we have there as well. This lesson is powered by First Class Learner Schools, and we're going to make sure we continue to stream all topics in maths for those exams to be passed by our students. Thank you.